Rawchaa Qadash, Rawchaa Qadash, double honors unto the elders apostles, the elders on down of great millstone, Shalom with your sincere Akim, the hopeful elect, who are laboring across the four winds, presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice for a very short period, it's not for a long time. Okay, Yahawashi is on his way. The prophecies are moving swiftly. Everything is now on a high pace as we see a whole lot of violence, okay, that are now revealing themselves among these different nations. You see over here, the march, the protest in Cape Town. Let me just read this before I play the clip. It says Matthew 10 and 34 says, "Think not that I'm come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword." Because the peace that Yahawashi came with, okay, it was for what? The ones that the Most High, the Almighty Yahweh, has given unto him, the souls, the righteous few remnant, which the Heavenly Father has given unto Yahawashi. These are the ones that he came back to heal. These are the ones which were sick and needed a physician. Because the rest have been blinded. They don't see that they need Yahawashi. They don't realize the importance of Yahawashi HaMashiach, the importance and the significance of his sacrifice. So he never came for them. Because the ones that he prayed for, these are the same ones who are going to realize, you know what, we need Yahawashi. We're able to discern the times and the seasons that we live in. These are horrific days, the last days of the last days. The times that are leading towards the return of Yahawashi HaMashiach. Devastations, okay, calamities throughout the entire planet. That's the sole purpose of Yahawashi coming in the first place. There's no other way. And if you are able and been granted that gift to see what's going on, you will be cleaving unto Yahawashi to the best of your ability. And watching the times and measuring the times diligently, it says in the book of Esdras. And now we see these are the times whereby the scripture has been spoken of, that look, man, Yahawashi is about to come. Okay, let me just play this clip before I go on further on.
Welcome back to Morning Live. It's 7:45 here on the program. These are live visuals that we are picking up from Bontehevel, and we've just seen a guest that we'd spoken to a little bit earlier. I think she's from the community in Bontehevel. She's just been arrested. She had been thrown into the back of this police vehicle, and I think all of this obviously on the back of the protests that are taking place in that area. And you can now see that there's these are the visuals that we were talking about a bit earlier, and you will see this now taking place. This is just a couple of minutes before you came live to us, where this arrest and a scuffle broke out between the police and the residents in Bontehevel. Now just keep in mind that is a she had been thrown into the back of this.
See, you women, okay, you're going to find yourself in a very pitiful case. This whole notion of you women and you being equal to men, you're going to be fucked up in that day very soon. Okay, this whole equality, you know, I'm a strong, independent, strong woman. That whole fallacy is going to be chucked down into the mud. You're going to realize your fucking place, that you fucking need a man. The Lord says you're going to make a man more precious than a fine gold. Okay? A man shall be as a what? As a hiding place from a tempest. Okay? You are going to know your place. Look, this woman's supposed to be a Muslim woman. Look where she at. Huh? Look, man, this society is all fucked up. Huh? And those of you menstruous beasts who are out of order, you're gonna be put in your place where you belong. or you're going to be trodden down, okay, in the streets. That's what's going to happen to you women, you silly women who are out of order. For you few sisters, you are in order. Hey, keep it up, okay? Stay in your lane. Stay where you belong, okay? The Most High is faithful, all right? He is very much faithful, man. And another thing, okay, they're calling this as illegal protest. Wait a minute, you don't need a fucking permission to fucking protest, okay? The right to assembly and to protest is enshrined in this so-called constitution, okay? In the Bill of Rights, you can read about that, man. But these people are so fucking dumb, they don't even know that you have a single right to fucking protest freely. That is there in the constitution. But the same guys, the so-called law enforcement, these guys, these police, are not fucking doing that. The SAPS, they're not doing that. Because it's what this society, then they make up these laws and then unable to keep them. They themselves are not abiding by the same laws which they have set up, because these laws are oppressive. They're not abiding by these laws. These are highly oppressive laws. There's no liberty in man-made laws. Only continual strokes and continual sorrows and oppressions. Okay. That's why we're crying against this place, man. That's why the Lord says, set your mouth against this place. Okay. We're against this place. We're not loving this world. But it's the beautiful part of it is what? All you nations, you're going to meet your judgment. These uproars that is spoken of in the scriptures are going to be on a global scale. There's not even going to be no one single nation that's going to escape, okay, unpunished. Let me get this in Obadiah. This is the book of Obadiah 1 and 18. So like 1 and 15. Okay. This is Obadiah 1 and 15 says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen. Okay, upon all the heathen. His day is upon all you heathens. You so-called South Africans, which are the Canaanites. The day of the Lord is going to be upon all of you. Okay, upon all nations, so-called Africans, which are Hamites, all of you. And you Israelites who are living among these nations, among these Canaanites, among these Hamites, aka the Africans. Look, you're not gonna leave. You're not gonna be left, okay, unpunished. Okay, the Lord says that in the book of Jeremiah. Okay, He's not gonna leave us altogether unpunished. But the righteous, the hopefully elect, have been chastised daily. So when the time of condemnation comes, that we will not be judged with the world, because these judgments are gonna come. It's gonna be unprecedented on another level. Okay, because the thing you see over here is no different for what has been happening in apartheid. The only difference is that they're not using real ammunition, live ammunition. Certain instances they do that. A lot of time, how many people have died because of the SAPS has ended up shooting live ammunition on protesters. Numerous occasions that has been happening. So once the Constitution gets us suspended, okay, state of emergency as they call it, hey, you're gonna be fucked up. Okay, if you do not follow what they say, you're gonna get yourself killed. But guess what? There's no death unto the saints of Yahawashi. Book of Psalms says what? Precious in the sight of Yahawashi is the death of his saints. Okay, there's no death in Yahawashi. The dead in Yahawashi shall rise first. Okay, and the rest are going to make it throughout all these tribulation. They're going to meet Yahawashi in the air alongside those who died, okay, for the truth's sake. And that exclude you self-professed Christians. Okay, you dumb, demonic, soon to be destroyed pieces of shit. Because you're not condemning this place. You're not warning people of these upcoming uproars, these tensions between nations. Okay, these racial wars are about to begin, these tribalistic wars. All these things are going to happen. History will always repeat itself until the righteous order be restored. And it's only going to be restored one way. Okay, let me go back to the book of Luke. So like in Matthew 10 and 34. Okay, this is the only way things are going to be corrected. by violence, because blood has been shed. Okay, the only way a place could ever be cleansed, it is by the blood of those who have shed the innocent blood of those whose blood was shed in the first place. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Okay, we're heading straight for the correction, and the correction is highly grievous. Okay, and you nations, you're gonna receive it. Okay, you're gonna receive it, just like we received our correction, and it's like we still are receiving that rod of correction, that chastisement. The big judgment was what? Captivity, the transatlantic slave trade, horrific. Hey, Esau, you're gonna pay. You so-called people, which are the Edomites, you're gonna pay for what you've done unto the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, the Israelites. You're gonna pay. Don't you think the Most High have forgotten what you have done? And the rest of you fucking Hamites, you helped these Esau, Edom, these Christians. Joel, the 3rd chapter goes into that. You're all gonna pay. You Ishmaelites, you so-called Arabs, you're all gonna pay for what you have done. Revelation 13, 9 and 10. You have an ear? That's the message. You led us into captivity, you're gonna go straight into captivity. Alright? This is Matthew 10. Matthew 10 and verse 34 says, "Think not I'm come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to send a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against his mother, and the father-in-law against his mother-in-law." These are the times we're heading into. Okay. Hey, that all has already started. We see these family members killing one another over fucking money, over some dumb shit. That's the spirit of vengeance we see going on around the world. And this is the Messiah speaking here. Yahawashi himself speaking. Alright? Because peace is only going to be found within if you are those who are under the spirit and power of Yahawashi, these are the ones who are going to have peace. Okay, comfort in Yahawashi. If you outside those confines, guess what? You're fucked, you're miserable, and you're going to continue on suffering until judgment be executed. You Israelite, till you come back in the kingdom in your right mind, because you're still fucking enemies in your minds right now.
All of this obviously on the back of the protests that are taking place in that area. And you can now see that there's these are the visuals that we were talking about a bit earlier, and you will see this now taking place. This is just a couple of minutes before you came live to us, where,
you know, like I was saying, okay, these are the very serious times we're coming into right now. Only the wise will be able to be wise enough, okay, and to look well to their going, okay, and foresee the destruction that's coming, and hide themselves, okay, under the almighty wings of Yahweh. Psalms 91. Okay, this is a time to start hiding ourselves, okay, under the ordinances of Yahweh. If not, there's no way you're gonna make it. Okay. The second address 2 and 15 says, "For the Lord," you know what? Second address 15 and verse 14 says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Different weapons they're going to be utilized.
and this is who rejoined us on the program where you saw them coming in. Let me now cross over to Vanessa. She, of course, is there on the scene.
Let me just do this, okay? So that's what's going to happen. The sword is sent forth. Okay, that's like I read in Matthew the 10th chapter. He is not coming back to send peace.
Vanessa, please talk to us about what
Okay, is coming back to send peace and violence on the earth. Yahawashi, because all dominion, powers, and reigns have been given unto him. So if he said that he's coming back to think not he's come to send peace on earth, but a sword, you better take his word for it. That's the reason why we see this chaos happen. Okay, because now it is a season it's a small season, okay, of Satan being loosed, the so-called white man being in rulership. It is but for a small season, a small moment. Okay, and within that very small moment, a lot of casualties are going to happen. And 2/3 are guaranteed to be part of the casualties. Zechariah 13 goes into that. 2/3 shall be cut off and die. A remnant will always has returned. All these different captivities, remnant, a remnant, a remnant. The same thing in our lifetime. But it's going to be what? The final deliverance. It's going to be, this is the final one. Okay, there's a second Errors 2 and
live visuals that we are picking up from Bonteheuvel, and we've just seen a...
You know, Salakia, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm having some problem with this. Anyway, second Errors 2 and 15 says, for there shall be seditions among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the cause of their action shall stand in their power. Because the time is coming, they're no longer going to be listening to the authorities, the police. No, it's not going to work in that time. When the time of famine kicks in, the economy crashes. Okay, people don't no longer know where to buy food, where to get food. Money is going to be obsolete. There's going to be a time of decision. Okay, decision making is going to be required for the saints of Yahawashi to be moving. Okay, by the Spirit. Okay, it's going to be that time of Isaiah 3 and 6, wisdom and knowledge. It's going to be that time. Okay, so what the hell are you going to be doing that time? Because right now is the time to start building up, okay, those treasures according to the commandments of Yahawashi, the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding. Okay, the discretion. That's what's going to keep your feet in that day. Not money, not storing up the food, water. No, that's not going to save you. Okay, these bunkers are not going to save you. You're going to be miserable in that day if you don't have Yahawashi on your side. You're going to be miserable. Okay, because right now, if they're able to arrest you, okay, and not keep the very laws which they have made themselves, that you have a right to protest, and you're protesting what? Because these hammers are what? Are protesting because lack of employment, unemployment, high rate of unemployment, drugs. They complain about drugs, and we know the situation with Cape Town, man. Okay, the plague, especially in these Cape Flats. Okay, the epidemic of these drugs, and we know who's creating all these drugs, who's behind all of this. Okay, who's manufacturing all these fucking things? Why is it all of these years Esau have never been able, the government has not been able to combat our drugs, the scourge of drugs. They know where these things are being produced. Okay, but when you protest against the current status quo, you know what, there's too much violence, there's too much drugs in the community, unemployment. You protesting, they're gonna arrest you. You're not supposed to protest. That's why that's another sign that shows you there's no such thing as democracy. You've been deceived in thinking that you're free. You're not fucking free, and very soon you're about to realize that. Okay, you're about to realize there's no such thing as democracy. True democracy is the laws of Yahawashi, having Israelite ruling. Okay. Says there shall be seditions among men and invading of one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the cause of their action shall stand in their power. This is such a small glimpse. Okay, the shutdown is just a glimpse of what's to come. You know what? This is the book of Daniel 12 and 1. Let me just go to that. It's the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. says Daniel 12:1 says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the people of thy people, which is standeth for the people, for the children of thy people, because the angels are going to be saving the elect of the nation of Israel. That is very specific. The saving angels who are going to be sent forth, okay, for the sealing and for the protecting of the saints of the elect of Yahawashi of the nation of Israel. Okay, simple. Unto rest of you nations, okay, you are going to be fucked up. And the great multitude of Yasharala, which was born in vain, you're going to be fucked up. And evil angels are going to be sent. The angels of death are going to be sent unto you. That's why you must fear Yahawashi. Because all judgment, okay, death and life proceeds from his mercy seat. You better be doing whatever is right to the best of your ability within the confines of the laws, statutes, and commandments, through faith, absolute faith, and your works, to make sure that I might be found worthy, okay, at the presence of Yahawashi HaMashiach at his second return. Because if it be not the case, you're going to be part of the casualties. You're going to fall by the sword. These concentration camps. It's not far-fetched what has been happening in apartheid. Okay, Esau would take what? Would take the blacks, yeah, and take them on weekends, on Fridays and shit. Any day of the week you will come in and take some of the family members, and you will never fucking hear shit about from them anymore. Their still bodies still missing. Okay, people who don't know what the fuck happened to them. They will take them to the place they call a slagpaal. Okay, they will take you in some kind of a fucking huge hall. Okay, they will have hundreds and thousands of ropes over there and start hanging you. These are the times that those times are coming back. And if you're not going to be found worthy of the mercy of Yahawashi HaMashiach, okay, Yahawashi HaMashiach, okay, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Second Ezra says what? It says, let all the multitude which were born in vain, let them die. Okay, don't consider don't worry about the multitude which perish, but consider how the righteous shall be saved. That's our concern. It's about the whole full elect. It's not about the entire nation. We don't give a goddamn shit about the entire nation. It's about the elect, the remnant, we shall be saved. Though we be as the sand of the sea. That goes to show you protesting is not going to help you. The ultimate protesting is what? Setting the trumpet in our mouths. Singing and crying for all these filthy abominations. Being oppressed under these heathens. Being scattered among them. That's the ultimate protest that an Israelite is supposed to be doing. Okay. We have our own system of doing things. Okay. Yahawashi has given our own avenue, our own ordinances that we must and procedures on how to do things. How are we supposed to cry unto him? Okay, how are we supposed to call unto him? Okay, and we call by using the Hebrew names, okay, of the Father and the Son. Yahawah is the name of the Father, Yahawashi the name of the Son. So Daniel 12:1 says, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. At that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone there shall be found written in the book. It says thy people, Yasharala, this is prophetic, it has not as of yet come to pass as of yet. It is prophetic. It goes back to the book of Revelation, the 7th chapter. The four winds are being withheld, okay, until the elect be sealed. Once the elect be sealed, and these prophecies come to pass, okay, the implementation of the RFID chip, World War III will kick in. It will kick in. The collapse before, All these things are going to come to pass. This is not a fucking joke. But anyway, it's fine. All you unbelievers, man, you're going to be part of the evidence very soon. You're going to be the evidence their next year. Okay, you're going to be part of the evidence. Okay, let me go to so Mark 13. Alright, so book of Mark. Oh, this is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 8. Verse 7 says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. Ye shall be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be. But the end is not yet come. It says, but the end shall not be yet. These are what the warning signs. Okay, the warning signs that we're supposed to be taking heed. Okay, the contraction pains. Okay, like a woman which is about to start what deliver. Okay, a child. These are the warning signs we're supposed to be looking out for. Because we see all these different protests in these different nations, they keep on getting more and more stronger, more and more violent. And you see from the reaction from the police around, okay, the way they resort to deal with the situation, it is by more and more violence. Okay, because the Most High is stirring, okay, things up. It is a time of war. It's not a time for peace. Okay, this is the time, the season for hate, a time for war. But is what is going to also a time for healing unto what? Unto the elect, in a time of building for what? The building of what? Of the church. The YAHAWADAH. Okay, that's the only part of the building that is happening right now. Ezekiel 37. Okay, that's the only form of building that is approved of Yahawashi in our lifetime. Other than that, there's no building, there's no prosperity. Everything is going down the hill. It says, verse 8 says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. These are just what? The beginnings of sorrows. The worst is yet to come. The worst is yet to come. Take heed unto the warning right now. These are these xenophobic attacks. Hey, things were horrible the last time these xenophobic attacks happened. Okay, things were horrible. But they're going to get worse. They're going to get worse. The tensions among these nations, the so-called tribalism, that's going to kick in once more again. Fight against you, these guys are foreigners, this and that. All these things are going to happen. There's no remedy, there's no peace, save the Lord. In fact, let me just get this scripture in Zephaniah and close off in Zechariah. So Zechariah 8 verse 10 says, for before these days there was no hire for men, no any hire for beast, neither was there any place for him that went out or came out because of affliction. For I've set all men against his neighbor. And what is the intention of Yahawashi? Okay, the Most High is what is turning these heathens against themselves. And you Israelites who were scattered among them, you're going to be caught up in the middle of it. And you're going to die. Okay, the Lord says, well, he's going to begin to judge the circumcised with the uncircumcised. You Israelites, you're going to be fucked among these nations. So you better get your act right. Okay. Repent ye, and believe the gospel. Okay, let me just try to play this one again. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Anyway, man, okay, all praise unto Yahawah, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rawchaa Qadash, the belongs unto the elders, apostles, Shalom, Sinsi Akim. Okay, very death destruction to you fucking heathens. Okay, you're all gonna go to captivity, man. Alright. The time of our punishment is what is accomplished. Okay, these are the soothing and comforting words. Okay, that very soon we're gonna have you nations under subjection at the return of Yahawashi HaMashiach. He's going to do all the judgment. Okay, the slain of Yahawashi shall be many. Isaiah 66 and 15. Shalom.